So what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I have never had a chance to show you my 2018 Ram 2500. That truck was a Laramie, had a Cummins motor, and I never really got a chance to really tell you guys and really show you why I decided to go from that truck to a 1-ton. Now, I've said in past videos that the reason why I decided to trade in this truck is because I was over on my payload capacity. I want to show you guys the numbers because I got the truck weighed with and without my trailer, and I did the math when I got home and I said, oh wow, we are over on our payload capacity. I already knew we were because the trailer that we have, the dry pin weight from the factory is higher than what this truck's payload capacity was. So before I show you guys the numbers, I want to show you guys the truck, that way you have a good idea what truck it was, the options that it had on it, and then I'll show you guys the numbers. Take a look at this video. Alright guys, so this is my final day with this 2018 Ram. This truck has done a good job for me. Never even had a chance to show you guys this truck, but I'm going to show you really quickly. Laramie package has this canyon brown color interior. Really quickly guys, I have never shown you this truck and I just forgot I never did. So here we go. 2018 Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab 4-wheel drive. Base price $50,945. Man, this looks so good compared to what I just paid for my Limited. Here are your standard features. There's a ton. Optional equipment. I got those bucket seats up front, and I got this cold weather group, heavy duty snow plow prep group, 5th wheel gooseneck, 6-speed transmission, 68 RFE, 342 axle, anti-spin, differential rear axle, and so much other crap on here. Destination at $13.95, went up $300 from the time this truck was purchased. So you have a whopping, I thought the truck was $67,000, but it was $68,025. So as you saw in that video, that truck did have a good amount of options on it, but it didn't have all the options. I mean, it did have a spray and bed liner, it had running boards, leather seats of course, and it didn't have a sunroof, but for the most part, I mean, it had the normal options that you would see on a truck on that trim level. Now, take a look at the numbers for the truck here. Anytime you're taking a look at a 2018 Ram, you're going to see these numbers for 3/4 tons. Now, the gross axle weight rating in the front is 6,000 pounds. And the rear is going to be 6,500 pounds for the gross axle weight rating. Anytime you're looking at a 3/4 ton truck, this is what limits you from being able to carry more in your truck. In other words, getting more payload capacity, which is the 10,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating. Now, I'm going to show you guys the yellow sticker. Alright, so the yellow sticker on this truck shows that this truck has a 1,940 pound payload capacity. Now, one thing I've mentioned in previous videos, and it's something that I strongly would recommend to manufacturers, but again, of course, it does defeat the purpose, because in some cases you just have to go to a 1-ton truck. I do think that they should raise the gross vehicle weight rating maybe to 10,500 pounds for these kind of trucks, because to be honest with you, 1,940 pounds is very, very low for a truck that can tow in excess of 16,000 pounds. I mean, if you want me to be completely honest with you, this does not give you enough capacity, because if you think about it, take this number, subtract your family and yourself from it, and then what do you have? Let's just use 500 pounds, which in some cases, we live in America, we know people are a little bit more heavier than that. I'm 200 pounds by myself, but take 500 pounds, subtract it from 1940, that means you only have 1,440 pounds that you can use to tow a trailer. So if you think about that number, 1,440 pounds is really in essence a travel trailer territory. But my point is, if you're looking to buy a fifth wheel, I would consider a gas 3/4 ton or just jump up to a 1-ton truck. Now, before I show you guys the numbers for the cat scale, let me just go over the numbers for you that I had for the fifth wheel. So the very first number I'm going to show you guys is basically the gross vehicle weight rating of my trailer. That gross vehicle weight rating was 13,980 pounds. Now my trailer has 6,000 pound axles, so figure 12,000 pounds of the weight of the trailer is going to be supported by the axles on the trailer. Now keep in mind, if you're trying to figure out, well, why, if your axles can only support 12,000 pounds, well, the additional weight is going to be on the truck. So the next sticker I'm going to show you is the actual weight of my trailer from the factory. Okay, so this number is 11,760 pounds. Now that you have a good idea of what my trailer weighs, and now that you have a good idea what my truck's numbers are, here are the numbers for the cat scale. Now the very first one I'm going to show you is going to be just with my family and myself, full tank of diesel on the cat scale. The steer axle, which is going to be the front wheels, is 5,180 pounds. The drive axle is actually a lot lower because of course the front has the engine, obviously, and the bed's going to be empty. Now I did have my goose ball in there. Again, that thing only weighs probably like 15 pounds, maybe. Not, I don't think it weighs that much. It probably weighs about 15-20 pounds, maybe, in that ballpark. It's pretty heavy. But the rear drive axle, which is the rear, is 3,280 pounds. Now take those numbers, add them together. Your total weight with a full tank of diesel is 8,460 pounds. So again, if you go back to the gross vehicle weight rating of my truck, what was that number? It was 10,000 pounds, right? So if you take 10,000 pounds and you subtract it from 8,460, you only have 1,540 pounds of actual payload capacity available. Again, that is travel trailer territory. So if you're looking to buy a fifth wheel, you should really understand these numbers. If you haven't bought a trailer yet, if you haven't bought a truck yet, and if you know someone that's about to, make sure you share this video with them, because this is really good information. This is something that I didn't know and I didn't do at first because I didn't understand the payload capacity of trucks. I just looked at towing capacity, and I think most of us do that. I think we see 16, 17, and in some cases on the newer trucks, 20,000 pounds for, you know, I should say almost 20,000 pounds for 3/4 ton trucks for towing capacity. And we think, well, in that case, I should be able to tow any trailer out there. So we don't look at the full spectrum of towing, and the biggest number to look at is the payload capacity. Now I'm going to show you guys the final number on the cat scale for my truck and my trailer. Now keep in mind, this is with myself and my family, a full tank of diesel, and with my trailer now. So the very first number I want you guys to take note of is the steer axle. Take a look how the number is 5,040 pounds. Now if you remember, when I did not have the trailer, it was 5,180 pounds. That is pretty interesting to me because, as you see, adding that weight from my trailer onto the truck actually takes a little bit of weight off the front axles. And I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't know that happened. I mean, I thought that maybe it would add weight because you're still adding weight overall to the truck, but it does lift it up a little bit from the front end. Now, the drive axle, if you remember, when I did not have the truck hooked up to the trailer, was 3,280 pounds. With the trailer, it's 5,600 pounds under drive axle. So if you do some math, if you take the 5,600 pound drive axle weight and subtract it from the axle without the trailer, that's going to give you your pin weight of your trailer, which is 2,320 pounds. Now the last thing I want you guys to see, or at the second to last thing, is the trailer axle weight, which was 10,080 pounds. And then your all-in weigh-in for your gross vehicle weight in your trailer is 20,720 pounds. That is a heavy load that you're carrying down the road. That is a weapon, as they call it. What I want you to do now is figure out, hey, what is going to be your trailer all-in weight? So if you take 10,080 pounds and you basically have to add your pin weight to it, which is 2,320 pounds, that's going to give you a total trailer weight of 12,400 pounds. Now you have a better idea of why I chose to buy a 1-ton truck. Based off these numbers, you can see I am not over on my gross axle weight rating in the rear. I mean, that's 6,500 pounds. I still have room there. As far as my towing capacity goes, that truck had a 16,700 pound towing capacity. I'm not even close to that number. But the number that I'm over is on my gross vehicle weight rating. So if you have a pen or paper, if you don't really understand this still, I'm gonna try to break it down this way. So take 10,000 pounds. 10,000 pounds is the sticker that I showed you, which is the gross vehicle weight rating of the truck. 10,000 pounds. You cannot exceed that number. No matter what you do, that is the limit on your truck. Once you put your family, your gear, and you hook up your trailer, you have to be at 10,000 or less to be legal. So let's just do some math. So the front axle with my trailer was 5,040 pounds. Let me make sure I said that correctly. The front steer axle on the CAT scale was 5,040 pounds, right? You take that number and you add the drive axle in the rear, which was 5,600 pounds, and you get 10,640 pounds. So basically, I am over on my previous truck by 6,000. Not 6,000. If that was the case, I would have caused an accident. I'm over by 640 pounds. I know that's not a lot, but again, for me, it's the financial look of it. You know, my wife and I, we finally started doing some investments. We're starting to save more money. We're finding ways to cut costs. And I told her, I said, you know, one thing I thought about is we should not take risks. And this is a risk that I'm not willing to take. I'd rather be over, you know, budget a little bit on my truck than that be over on my you know, on my weights on my truck and it cause an accident or be a part of an accident, and then someone tries to pin it back on me that because I was overloaded, I caused it. And that's just something that I'm not willing to risk. You know, if we're out traveling on vacation, I don't want to get pulled over and someone asks, can they check the gross vehicle weight of my truck to make sure I'm within my limits. I just don't want these things to happen. Now, they may not ever happen. I'm a pretty safe driver, but if they do happen, I don't want my trip to be ruined because I'm not doing the right things. Now, as far as having a driver's license, you know, some people say you have to have a non-commercial driver's license once you get to a certain weight. That weight's 26,001 pounds. So as you see, with this truck and with this trailer, I'm still under on that too. So I do not have to have a commercial or non-commercial driver's license to tow this trailer. So I'm good. I am 100% legal when I go down the road. I feel better when I tow. I don't have to worry about anything happening. And that's why I bought a 1-ton truck. And I strongly recommend, if you are in the market for a truck, do this math. I mean, you can't necessarily take a truck to the CAT scale because it costs money, and most of the time, you know, you have to find one. And I mean, you don't really need to do that. You need to understand how much your family weighs, and you can do the math that way. But you really want to just skip 3/4 ton diesel trucks if you are in the market. You may be able to pull a fifth wheel with a gas truck if you opt for like a tradesman or a bighorn, but you know, even then, you really want to have at least a 3,000 pound payload capacity on that yellow sticker. You really want to have at least that for a trailer like mine. But once you get into that 15 and 16,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating for your trailer, you really want to try to consider a dually, because even on my new truck, I will do a video similar to this one for you guys also. That way you can have a good understanding of what it means to be over and then what it means to be under. So again, I hope this was helpful. And if you're looking to buy a trailer, what I was going to say was, if you're looking to buy a trailer 16,000 pounds, you want to look at a dually, because even on my truck, it gets really close on those heavier trailers on 15, 16. And keep in mind, my new truck can tow like about 19 to 20,000 pounds. So I have a lot of room for towing capacity, but I'm limited to those single rear wheels in the back. And at that point, if you're looking at big toy haulers, bigger, heavier trailers that are more luxury oriented, you're really going to have to look at or consider a, you know, dually truck. But again, I hope this was helpful. You know, I want to start doing a few more videos like this. My channel is all about understanding the numbers. That's why at the end of every video on a truck, I will show you the capacities. I will show you the gross vehicle weight, the gross axle weight rating, and I will show you the payload. That way you have a good understanding of what each truck has. I want to start doing quicker videos of just showing the options on it and then showing you guys the numbers. If you want to see that, if that's something that you might be interested in, let me know in the comment section. I can just go to Ford dealers and Chevy dealers just really quickly to just do a quick walk around the truck, show you guys the options and features, and show you what the payload is. That way in your mind you have a good understanding of what that truck can actually tow, because whatever they advertise is always going to be lower than what you're actually going to get, because adding options and features are going to pull that number down too. And you guys are going to see that on my new truck. But again, thank you guys for supporting this channel. If you haven't had a chance yet, please like and subscribe to it, and I'll see you in the next video.